I'm going to be Mr. Hand, and you're going to be Spicoli right now, okay? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So in 2005, you're Spicoli, believe me. 2005 Supreme Court ruled 5-4 that you could have a display of the Ten Commandments at the Texas State Capitol in Austin. They did that because it was, in their opinion, the 5 justices that ruled they could have it, a passive display. All right, it was simply there to show people that part of our culture, not the entire culture, all right, was based on the commandments that Moses brought down from Mount Sinai. And Professor Dershowitz left out that Moses is in the Supreme Court, too. So he is a religious figure.
No, he said
there is no question, and he didn't say Moses. He said the lawgivers.
Yeah, he did. But go ahead. He said Moses and the lawgivers. But go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. He did. But
No, he didn't. But okay. So anyway, I wrote about this in Killing the Witches, which your wife took from you, so you didn't read it. And this all goes back, and this is what the Supreme Court will rule on, okay? It's history. It's history. So Patrick Henry and Roger Sherman from Connecticut wanted the United States to be a Christian nation. They wanted it defined in the Constitution. Benjamin Franklin, James Madison, and Thomas Jefferson did not. It was a massive brawl over this in Philadelphia. I mean, chairs flying. And it was really intense, but the Madison crew won. There was a quote floating around for years that Madison wanted the Ten Commandments to be the basis of U.S. law. That quote was phony. It was an amazing story. Look it up. But it got traction. Madison never said that. What is true and what is historical is that we are a country founded on Judeo, I say it differently than Dershowitz, Christian philosophy. Philosophy. And if you look at the Ten Commandments, excluding the part about the deity, you'll see that rule of law, individual rights, personal responsibility is behind all of the dictums. And the Founding Fathers knew that. So they didn't object to any kind of display of the Ten Commandments. Now, Louisiana, you're right, Cuomo, and that hurts me to say, that this will become a partisan issue because neither side really wants the truth. If the Louisiana public schools display the Ten Commandments, they absolutely have a responsibility to their students to explain it in a historical context.
Yeah.
Right? Mr.
I think it's going to fail. I think it's going to fail the test. They laid out a test with the 2 main cases here. The Texas State one was a stand away because Breyer was persuaded by the fact that it was part of a diverse show of different views of morality and presentations over time. So it was basically an exhibit in what was seen as not just an inculcation of a specific faith. This seems to be precisely an inculcation of a specific faith, and had the Louisiana State Legislature, Christianity.
What faith did they wait. The Ten Commandments emanated from Moses, the Jewish faith.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And
so what faith are they promoting?
Christianity. And if they had assigned a curriculum to it, if they had assigned a curriculum to it, they'd be in much better shape. If they had said, we are doing this, as you put it, a philosophical enterprise, they'd be okay. But that's not what this is about for them. This is the same thing they did in Alabama with Roy Moore, and I think they're going to wind up in the same exact place. But politically, I think it's a win.
It's not the same as Moore, because Moore was just right out there saying we want to impose Christian nationalism, the way you put it. He
wanted the Ten Commandments in the Supreme Court. He wanted the Ten Commandments on display.
He wanted everybody in Alabama to be a Christian nationalist. That's what Moore wanted. I don't know how Louisiana's going to handle it. I know the governor's a smart man. I think when it will be challenged, of course, that the lawyers for the state will come out and say this is an educational, historical thing. And I believe the Supreme Court will rule 6-3 on that basis, that you are allowed to have it as long as the public schools do not promote a specific religion. You just ignored the Jewish factor in all of this. I don't know why, because the Jewish people are basically believing in the Ten Commandments as well. So then if you say it's an imposition of religion, what religion?
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.